Hello everybody, welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus Mod Spotlights. It's also 6 days before Christmas. We're getting close. We're gonna redo... Oh my god, there's a lot of challenges in here. We're gonna redo the Gifted Challenge, which was a mod by Astro Penguin. We've already done a video of it on the channel, but it was insanely enjoyable and I want to play it again. Here's you see it, HT9ZL69 and a big old C. So here's the deal, we all know how the mod works, and if you don't know how the mod works, then here you go. This is how the mod works. That button actually did nothing. We have mystery gifts, and that's it. Like, we're only gonna get mystery gifts for this entire game. Deal with the devil, mystery gift. Literally anything else on this universe, mystery gift. Everything is a mystery gift. So we'll just be getting a ton of presents, Christmas spirit, ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to go. Do, do, do. Get me out of my mind. Get me out of my mind. Or head, something like that. I realized partway through most of my life, I don't actually know any song lyrics. I know like 4 key words, and that's it. And realistically, it's gotten me through life pretty okay. Now, I get a couple people in the comments occasionally that are like, Tyler, you said this for this song's lyric when it was supposed to be this, and I'm like, awesome. I don't actually care 100% at all, and that's okay. How you guys doing? I'm doing okay. There's some stuff to talk about in this video. I promised on the Discord that I would talk about in an upcoming Isaac video a little bit about all of the net neutrality stuff that's been going on. Let me make sure my audio is recording. It absolutely is. Okay, we are A-okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about net neutrality in a little bit. And if you don't want to listen to it, if you don't care, then just do a little thing called when I start talking about it, skip 10 minutes into the video, and then it'll be gone. But I also want to bring up, because a lot of you, I'm sure, are going to comment about it, you're probably wondering, Bursting Rock, this is a fun trinket. It is a very laggy trinket. It is a fun trinket, though. I'm ready to have it. Also, I'm ready to use this bomb. Yeah, this is why it's laggy. I'm ready to get this money and then go fight the boss and then hope to God we get some bombs back here. But we'll see what happens. We might go to the shop and try and buy a bomb in there as well. But you're probably wondering why in the world when enemies die, they don't leave like a pile of blood. They just kind of disappear. And then enemies will also just like magically appear into the room. We're currently using the Modded Road to 1,000,000% mod pack right now, just to make the game a little bit more interesting, make the run more fun, have a chance to get some random modded items crack-a-lackin' up in here. So I also installed a part of the Modded Road to 1,000,000 mod pack is that there is a mod that increases your FPS by removing a lot of animations in the game. If you've watched the Modded Road to 1,000,000, you would know that during things like Mom's death and stuff like that, the game will just like spaz the frick-frack out. I just have a mod on, it's called Low FPS or FPS Plus or something like that, that just gets rid of any of those issues. So that's why, what an ironic and strange thing we just got here. I do not want to use this hermit card quite yet, but that's why the enemies are just randomly disappearing. I've gotten a few comments about it, because occasionally I will accidentally leave it on for another mod spotlight. I don't mean to, it just happens. And that is that explanation. I want the tinted rock. I also want the chest. And I did manage to successfully get both of them. We get a bomb back. Should I use the bomb here? The answer is absolutely not. Okay, let's head on down. We have enough money to spawn an arcade, which is pretty dope-tastic. Not gonna deny. And then also the game's just gonna crash. So that's good. Do I know why the game crashed? I don't got the slightest clue. We might have to redo that floor, which would be a little unfortunate. We'd probably just have to restart the run. But who am I to care? works out fine. Apparently, Isaac randomly just had an update. This is what happened. Who knows? Maybe we just got Booster Pack 5 right now. I don't know. What a strange planet we live in. And, well, the game loaded. That's a positive. Let's get this back so that you guys can see it, because Isaac acts weird and you have to push it a couple times to do it. Yeah, it just, like, totally failed. We'll just redo the challenge again. Merry Christmas. More content to you guys. Guess we won't have, belly button plus whatever the other thing was that we had. Who knows? Maybe modded items on the gifted challenge don't work. I don't understand why they wouldn't, but I am not an Isaac modder. I don't know these things. Oh, look at that. We got mystery gift. I would have never guessed. We got poop out of it. That's like real poopy. But it will turn into another mystery gift here shortly, so that is a-okay. Let's talk net neutrality. Okay, and this is, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really want to even have this conversation because I know it's going to spur some comments that I just don't want to read. Okay, but I think it's important, and I've been talking to several people on the Discord, and they're like, what am I going to do now that I don't have internet? And I'm sitting there going, like, I should probably teach these people what actually is going on with net neutrality. Listen, it doesn't mean you no longer get internet, okay? It's not that at all, to be honest with you. Let's talk a little bit about it. And the other thing I want to bring up, if you're, I know I have a large British following, okay? If you are in Europe, living in Europe, and you're sitting here going, man, US is screwed, that sucks, net neutrality is awful, but I'm scot-free. That's where you're also wrong, because any sites that are in America, any things hosted by the United States, this is going to affect the entire world. And that's part of the problem that I don't like, is that the FCC just passed something that actually affects people that aren't even in our country. And that's one of the several things that irritate me. Ah, God. Winter months, dude. I hate it. Bless me, I guess. But that's what drives me crazy, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. So what even is net neutrality? Okay? First of all, net neutrality is a good thing. It does not... You don't want to get rid of net neutrality. So when people are like, man, net neutrality sounds awful. No, net neutrality is the good thing. Okay? And I also don't want to turn this into where I'm forcing my political beliefs on you. This is not a political matter, okay? 84% of Americans want net neutrality, whether they are liberal, conservative, socialist, Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter, okay? It's a issue where pretty much everybody, it's 84% people that want net neutrality, and then 16% people that don't know what it is, so they vote no. Like, that's genuinely what's going on here. So this is not, I'm not going to delve into my political opinions. I could go into that, but that's just a bad idea for an Isaac video. That's not where I want my channel to go right now. Are there some things that are made political issues by this? Absolutely. You know, the fact that it was passed by 3 Republicans, basically, tells you that there was probably some issues going on with, you know, current president and stuff like that here. But we're not going to talk that. We're going to talk what net neutrality is. Essentially, net neutrality means internet service providers, Comcast, AT&T, you know, pick it. Under net neutrality, they do not have the power to really do anything to the internet. Okay? They have the ability to give us the internet by us using their internet service provider and paying for internet. But other than that, they don't really have control over anything else. That is net neutrality. That means that you go onto your computer, you go to www.youtube.com/user/OlexaKid, and you enjoy my videos without any consequence whatsoever. Okay? If net neutrality isn't a thing, this would mean that theoretically, and I put the hold on theoretically here because I'll explain it a little bit better here shortly, theoretically, your internet service provider, whether it be Comcast, AT&T, etc., would have the ability to say, youtube.com/user/OlexaKid, that's going to be an extra $5 a month on your internet bill. And you're probably sitting there going, well, that's really stupid. And the answer is yeah. It's really, really stupid. And that is why so many people are up in arms over this right now. Because it is really stupid. It's incredibly greedy, and it's making you pay for certain parts of the internet. Now, there's been a lot of things going around that are saying, oh, when net neutrality is repealed, there's going to be packages of stuff. And it's going to be, you know, the entertainment package. And you're gonna pay an extra $10 a month to get YouTube, Twitch, Netflix, and Hulu. Okay? And those fall into there. Then there's also the social media package. And it's an extra, you know, $15 a month to use Twitter, Facebook, and who knows what else. Instagram. I don't know. That's what people are saying is going to happen. Okay? And yes, that would be awful. And theoretically, yes, it can happen. I'm not going to say it won't. I'm just saying it's incredibly unlikely. And I don't want to be the one to sit here and go, just because the FCC passed net neutrality, and I want to emphasize that, this has been voted for, and it passed on a 3-2 vote. Even though the entire country doesn't want it, even though the whole democracy part of this seems a little bit off, which is one reason why I am fairly furious about this, it doesn't necessarily mean this is what's going to happen, okay? And a lot of people are jumping off the deep end going, well, it's going to happen right now. The internet is screwed forever. And like I said, there's people that are going, well, now that the net neutrality law was repealed, that means that I don't get internet anymore. That's not what it means. You still get internet. And a lot of you, and I'm just assuming that a lot of you are younger, if you're not paying for your own internet, you're likely not going to see any change about this whatsoever. Isaac freaking crashed again. What the hell is wrong with the game, dude? I am very tired of this. We'll relaunch. I don't know what the hell the issue is. Mods have been just a nightmare with Isaac lately. I don't know what has been going on, but it's been real bad. I don't want you to sit here and think that you shouldn't care about net neutrality because it's not affecting you. Do I crash if I walk in here? No, now I don't. Whatever. It's an important issue, and that's why I'm talking about it. I wouldn't be talking about it if I didn't think that this was important. I just want to clear up that it's not the end of the world, okay? I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to make content. Your favorite content creators are still going to make content because it doesn't mean the internet's gone. It just means that we lost a little bit of freedom. And that's the real issue with this. And if you're wondering, if you're sitting here going, you know, I'm British, how the hell is this going to affect me? Because what happens when a site like YouTube decides to start having you pay for its content? Okay? They can do it. They can. And even though it's, you know, and I'm struggling here because I don't want to say false information. But when we set standards for something where you can pay for parts of the internet, it creates a standard for other companies to do crap like this. It enables YouTube to go, well, if people are paying for internet anyway, what says that I can't pay for, what says that I can't make my content worth money as well? So now YouTube is paying money. Now you're going on Twitch, and Twitch goes, well, if YouTube can do it, how about you make, you now have to pay $5 a month to watch Twitch? This is the kind of stuff, those rules are going to be worldwide. Those aren't stopping in America. And that's the problem. I'm saying that's the problem for a lot of stuff. There's a lot of problems that are going on here. But it's just, it's a sticky issue. And I want to emphasize that. It's tough for me to sit here right now. And that's why I'm struggling to say a lot about this. Because it's tough for me to talk about. It's tough to explain exactly what's going on Because realistically, we don't really know what's going to happen. And I also want to emphasize, yes, this law passed. It's now been passed by the time this goes out for about a week. We're likely not going to see any changes whatsoever for maybe several years. There's a lot of people that think, oh, we're going to see changes by Christmas. I don't want to say you're wrong. Sure, there's a very minuscule chance. But we have a lot. There's already like 20 states in the US that are protesting this. There's already major corporations, Netflix being one of the main ones, that have come out and said, you know, we're going to continue to lobby against this. We are going to continue to fight against net neutrality being a thing. We don't want it. Blah, 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 blah. Freedom for the people, and etc., etc., etc. It's an ongoing fight. And since it was passed, the courts in the states now have the ability to make a change about this. Okay? So this means that several of the states are suing the FCC, the people that actually passed this act. It means that we're going to have long fought, drawn out fights in the courts in the states. And is that a good thing? No. I mean, it's a waste of time, and it sucks that this even has to be like this, I guess. But is it better than actually having net neutrality repealed? Yes. I mean, absolutely. Any chance for us to possibly get it repealed, I guess, is the worst way of saying that, is a better scenario for us. So, it's not the end of the world, is the main emphasis I want to continue to say here. Just because net neutrality was repealed does not mean your internet's gone. Is it still here right now? Yes, you're watching this video. It's not gone. It's going to stay, and it's going to continue to stay for a while. And even then, the things that you're going to see, and I know that Relic in the Discord talked about this a little bit more, and he is insanely more knowledgeable about pretty much everything that has to do with this over me. He said it best. We're likely not going to see very major changes at all. It's going to be little things like, you know, AT&T offers where if you pay $60 a month for internet, you may get faster speeds on these sites. YouTube, Twitter, blah, 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 blah. It'd be stuff like that. It'd be little nitpicky little things. Is it just me, or are the hitboxes like totally whack right now and I can't hit anything? What the hell is going on? This is a very weird run. But it's going to be little strange things. And it's stupid. Because it's basically the moral of the story. And if you're sitting here going, why in the world would they even put this in? It's corporate greed. That's literally 100% the issue. It is three... I'm going to get a little political here. Don't shoot me. It's three greedy Republican men that are trying to make more money for big businesses, which is pretty much the last thing we need in America. But that's that. It's 100% just greed for big companies and people that have stock in big companies and stuff like that. It's that simple. And they can continue to tell you that, oh, the internet's going to be a better place, but it's not. It's not. And there's no better way of even saying it. It's just not. You won't have the freedom. Under no net neutrality, internet service providers would be able to say, they'd be able to censor stuff as well, you know? And I don't want to say, like, oh, porn is very important to our community, but the internet service providers could say, you know, we don't want porn in this area. You know, say you're in a very conservative town, okay? The internet service provider in that area can say, you know, I don't really think that Pornhub should be accessible. And they can block it under the rules of no net neutrality because they control it. They have the power to do that kind of stuff. Under net neutrality, we have the freedom to do whatever we want on the internet. Is that a good thing as well? There's some downsides. I'm not going to deny. being a computer security student, there's a lot of issues that can occur on the internet that, sure, many of these could be solved by having more control over what goes on the internet. But is that right? Is that morally and fundamentally right as a society to do that? That's where people are a little bit up in arms about it. And I think that no, it's not morally right to do that. Yeah, our familiars just don't hit enemies. This is very, very strange. It makes this fly incredibly useless, which is a little sucky. It means I only have to shoot with my tears, which is just bad because our tears suck right now. This video, like, I was incredibly confused as to what I was talking about. There's a chance that I might not know all the details. You know, there's a large chance that I don't know all the details. I wasn't sitting in the room as they passed this. This item is trash. It also lags the game really badly, and I'm hating it right now. And, like, to the point where I kind of want to just do one of these. Okay, apparently trying to restart the thing, just doing a nice R, hold R, just crashes the game. So, that's good. I'm just gonna, like, put up an overlay. Here you go. Here's a stream from, like, 17 years ago. It's always good. Genesis Plus mod. There you go. That's how long ago I used OBS Classic to stream. Anyway, we'll keep this up. I just want to wrap up. Be concerned about net neutrality. Even if you are not from the US, you should be mad about this. You should hate this. There's no reason whatsoever, unless you personally have stock in big name internet service providers, for you to not want net neutrality. What can you do? I'll leave some links in the description, if I remember, of ways that you can contact any officials in your state just to tell them, hey, we want net neutrality. A lot of states are going to fight it. It's going to be going through courts. Hopefully, in the end, it gets resolved. But I'm not holding any promises. We'll see what happens. That's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry this video was just an absolute disaster. I have no idea why Isaac decided to just poop itself today. But what are you going to do, I guess? Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry. Net neutrality. Let's go. Yeah. Happy Christmas. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.